Hi, I'm Neil. I'm a college student and I started a social media business. There's this online agency business model that has really exploded.
How I became successful with SMMA in as short as 25 days.
18 years old. I started my social media marketing agency.
You don't need to go to college.
He's 19 years old and he made $30,000 in the last 2 weeks.
I make more in 1 hour than your parents make in a whole year.
It got me to wonder how this supposedly made so many people so successful. This business model is sometimes referred to as an SMMA or social media marketing agency. And the basic idea of it is you would offer to run Facebook ads or do some type of service for a bunch of businesses. And then theoretically, if you get 10 businesses to pay you $1,000 a month each, boom, you're making 6 figures. Sounds easy, right? My model's a version of that. Kind of by accident, I got into this space a year ago. And since then, I got up from making $0 to $800 a month to now making over $3,000 this month. I started recording this journey a year ago, and I want to take you through this whole journey. This will also be an actionable plan that you could follow along with to do the same thing yourself. The beauty of this business model is that there's so much demand for it, so it's not like I have to keep all the info to myself or make you pay me for it. I'm gonna share exactly what I do. I'm even gonna share the niches that I work in, which no one else does because they're definitely scared of people competing within their niches. I'm not afraid of competition.
Forex. What does Forex stand for? I want to get in your mind. Sometimes I don't even have to work. I just sit at home and just rub my butt.
If you want to drop a like, go ahead. And now let's rewind to 1 year ago. It was the summer of 2022. I had finished my sophomore year as a film student at Syracuse University. And although I had an internship that summer, I really wanted to make some extra cash. So I found someone hiring for a remote social media manager position on a job website. It was this watch marketplace startup, like a company that sells luxury watches. And every day after working my film internship, I would go home and work on the social media for the watch company, posting photos and videos about watches on Instagram and TikTok, and I was getting paid $200 a week. I did pretty well for the account, but I did make one huge mistake. Someone DM'd me and said something like, "I'll give you a shout out. I guarantee you'll get 1,000 followers from this shout out." I paid them $50 and I did gain 1,000 followers, but they were all completely fake followers, which doesn't look good on an account. Now I ended up figuring this out and I ended up working with him for the rest of the summer. Just around this time, I started hearing about this term SMMA online. Most of this was people who are running Facebook ad agencies, but I wondered if I could just take this model and get more clients for Instagram management, treat this as a social media management agency. I could make a lot more money than just working for one social media account. So when a business owner saw a video of mine on YouTube about how to grow on Instagram and he reached out to me, I was able to sign him as a client of mine for my newly formed social media management agency. By November, I already felt like I had a rags to riches story. I was feeling like a hot shot, working late hours and making 10 cents a day from YouTube for years before I found my break by starting to work with brands.
Just because you have dreams doesn't mean you have to sleep on your dreams. Out there are dreams and dreams are reality, and we are living in a constant state of reality. So go out there and chase.
I ended up launching one of his business's online presence. It was a yacht chartering company and it did super well for him. He was getting DMs to charter the yacht every day and he really liked my work and hired me to launch another business of his.
Not seeing the big picture, Grandma. It's a dating app mixed with Uber. It's called Fender.
We're coming up on some of the most valuable information in this video, really sharing all my secrets, but it gets a little more boring because it's actually showing you how to start a business. So if you're serious about this, get out your notebook, start writing things down. If you're not, skip ahead to here. December 2022. I'll edit together short reels, Instagram reels that I can post for them, just aesthetically pleasing stuff, or like audios that are popular on Instagram. I'll kind of just scroll through my Instagram reels, find a sound that I like, and then try to kind of copy the video that I saw, just for this person's business. A big bonus in what I was providing, I would do these engagement strategies. On Instagram, I would systematically follow a ton of people in the niche of whatever business I was trying to promote. I would like those people's posts, etc. And then I would get a bunch of those people to follow us back because we were interacting with them. And eventually I hired a virtual assistant to do those interactions. I wanted to focus on making viral video content for the business. Instagram does limit you, so you're not just literally spamming thousands of people a day. You can definitely do 80 to 100 people in an hour. You might be able to do more than that if you wait a few hours and then do it again. I did start to run some paid ads for clients as well, where you kind of like set up an ad campaign on Meta for Instagram and Facebook or on TikTok. But the fact that that wasn't the only thing I focused on set me apart from other agencies. My only problem was I seemed to always only have one client at once. If I could get multiple, that's where my real income would really multiply. I took on freelance gigs where I made social media content, just one video or a few videos at a time, nothing crazy and nothing consistent and predictable. February 2023. I tried a bunch of outreach methods. I messaged people on Instagram, messaged people on Facebook. I called people that seemed interested. Hi, is this Outcharters? How's it going? I saw your Instagram, and I basically run Instagram yacht accounts for people to gain them customers.
Don't let me work with you on everything I got to work.
And I'm excited to work with you.
Well, if this works out, we could do different things together.
That sounds good.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Let's go. Right, and that's kind of the thing that is kind of the best way to get sales. Time and time again, people would be interested. They'd ask me to send examples and proposals. They'd even say like, okay, I'm ready to move forward. I'll get back to you tomorrow. And then they'd completely ghost me. It's like past 2 a.m. I'm in the gym of my hotel right now. I'm in Madrid. And I think I'm getting another client. Let's go. Of course, I've thought this a couple times already, but this guy seems really excited to move forward. This happened to me multiple times, and I realized it's pretty normal. I learned you can never assume a deal is complete until they've literally sent you the money and you have it in your hands. June 2023. A lot has changed since the last time we talked. I finally lost my one client that I was really just clinging on to. They kind of ran out of footage for me to work with. I wasn't coming up with any innovative, creative new ideas. So this kind of forced me to do more outreach, and I ended up getting a list of leads sent to me from a random Instagram account with like 6 followers. And I ended up calling one of the leads on that list, and he was really receptive to what I was saying. And so I started working with him, and we're doing $300 a week, making $1,200 revenue per month, just like I was with the last client. And then my costs per month are somewhere around $200. But now I moved out to LA for the summer. I'm taking a couple classes and also working a documentary internship twice a week. I set up a Fiverr page selling social media advertisements. Does make a lot of money, but it's more of a side hustle. You kind of have to start your prices low and build up a bunch of sales before you can start charging those high prices. Someone reached out to me and they were looking for help, and so I was able to sell them on $500 a week. So that is my second client. It's now July of 2023. The client I mentioned that was paying me $500 a week was a crypto startup, and they paid me for 1 week. They needed to focus on the technology more before doing marketing. They stopped all the other marketing that they were doing and stuff too. Maybe I'll work with them again in the future. I got another client in the tech industry paying me $750 to $1,000 per month, depending on performance. So they reached out to me because we've done some work in the past, signed until next January, I think. It's nice to have that job security. It's now been a whole year of working on this business. All in all, I made $3,453.20 this month. That's $1,200 from my construction client $750 from my tech client, $500 from the week of work I did for the crypto client, and just over $1,000 from freelance social media content I've made on Fiverr. I feel like I can always improve, especially when comparing myself to some of the people you hear talking on social media.
As a teenager, he hit $10,000 per month with no employees.
When we were 10, we were offering free trials for Free Lemonade.
Why learn it on YouTube for free when you can pay me to teach you? Tax fraud, tax evasion, spreadsheets, spread cheeks.
I feel like I could always improve, but that's a real wage that I could live off of after graduating college without having to work for anyone else, work from anywhere in the world. Once again, we're kind of getting into the weeds of it. I'm going to share some specific tips. So if you're serious about starting a business like this, keep watching. If you are kind of just checking out what I'm doing here, this might be where you want to end the video. So what do I think about starting an SMMA in 2023? I think it's a business model with a lot of upside potential if you put in the work. I don't think you should buy someone's $2,000 course on how to start this business without any prior knowledge, or if you don't have any clients yet. What it comes down to is finding a marketable online skill and using that skill to help other businesses. You can probably learn the skill on YouTube, whether it's social media content production like me, ad management, anything else. Anything that's going to be really valuable to you takes hard work. Like, sure, maybe you can eventually hire people and take some of the load off of yourself. When I was busy with school, I had people hired to do pretty much all of the work. Before you get to that point, you yourself need to get crazy good at what you do if you want to do crazy well and you want to sign multiple clients. Before I end this, I want to add a few more insights I've personally gained. Firstly, everyone in this industry talks about honing in on one niche, one type of company, and only working with them. Today, I've talked about working with yachts, watches, construction, tech, and crypto. I'm all over the place. Maybe I'm an anomaly, but I would say if you're truly providing a valuable service and you're not just trying to sell people, it's okay to reach out to people in various industries. Secondly, I've found it's best to work with established companies. Help someone that's already making a lot of money make a lot more money, and they'll be able to afford to pay you well. It's a lot easier than convincing someone who's not making any money or barely making any money that paying you $1,000 a month is gonna be beneficial for them. Like, you just gotta think of it from their perspective and like who's actually gonna want what you're providing. And lastly, focus on the long term. So don't make claims when you're pitching to people that you're not gonna be able to fulfill. Make sure that you're doing really great work so people are going to keep working with you forever. There's two types of leads. There's what's called inbound leads, who are people who reach out to you. And then there's outbound leads, which is people that you have to reach out to. I've gotten all my clients from inbound leads except for one. And that's because I put myself in places that they can find me, right? So I have this YouTube channel where I talk about business stuff. I have a page on Fiverr that shows I have social media skills. That's gonna get me some freelance work, but potentially also get me longer term work. Even the one person I got from an outbound call, right? It was essentially just a cold call. I got their contact info because someone sent it to me on my own business Instagram page that I had been building up for a long time prior to that. So sometimes months and months of work that seems almost worthless is building the foundation for the most successful plays that you can make. I hope this video gave you a realistic look at what starting an SMMA might look like. Leave a comment on this video with any questions. I will reply to you. I love to help people out. That's why I have this YouTube channel. I'm gonna come out with some more YouTube videos because that's what I love to do. That's it for today. See you next time.